Hello everyone, I'm wholly out of order, and this is Crusader Kings 2. I've played a lot of this game in the past, and I've been wanting to get back into it since Reapers do, and I figured what better way to get back into the game than to start on what a lot of people call Newbie Island, or Ireland. And specifically, I'm going to start as the Chief of Thomond. I'm going to use the ruler designer. And I've already gone through and chosen my appearance and my coat of arms, which I've made to match the coat of arms of the county that I started in. I've named him Brian, after Brian Boru. And I'm going to increase his martial a little bit. Too much. Way too much. And stewardship. A little bit of health and fertility. I think I'm going to give him skilled tactician, so I have even more martial. And I think I want to give him wounded and kinslayer. Also wroth, diligent, and arbitrary. And I think that's it. And I think the extra stewardship I added in gives him kind of alleviates some of the loss from arbitrary. So I think I'm going to start with that, and I'm going to set some of the rules. And I don't want everything to be really predictable, so I think I'm going to set delayed dynamic on the plague. I'm going to leave that alone, and Mongol invasion. I think I want delayed random. I'm going to turn Aztec invasion off, because that can really fuck up an Irish count. I think everything else I'm going to leave this. Oh, Turkic conquerors. I'm going to turn to completely random. Everything else I think I'm going to leave the same. And I meant to click that, and I'm going to save that, because I think I'll use that in the future. Hopefully this will last more than just this playthrough. And if it'll load, hopefully it'll finish loading. Alright. A bunch of people are no longer my counselors. And I'm going to read through some of this stuff. In Crusader Kings 2, you play as a succession of medieval rulers from a single dynasty. There is no set goal, but the world is filled with ambitious rivals. Secure more land to increase your power and protect your family. You cannot hold infinite amounts of land to yourself. To expand, you'll need to rely on vassal rulers. Keep them happy with titles and gifts, lest they decide to revolt. The game will end in 1452 if your line can stay in power that long. As a ruler, your first priority is to secure an heir, which we will not have anyone of our dynasty. If you do not have a legitimate heir when your character dies, and we will, the game will end. Other pressing matters appear as alerts along the top of the screen. Crusader Kings 2 is a pausable real-time game. This means that you can issue commands both while the game is paused and when the clock is running. To pause or unpause the game, click the date. Alright. Playing as an Irish Catholic chief. Irish culture effects, none. Tribes are settled but agrarian. Each county can only have one tribal holding. The more empty holding slots, the more powerful the tribal holding. Tribal rulers are limited to elective Gavelkind succession law, which actually I think we start with Gavelkind because we start as Reformed. Well, we start as Catholic, so we can hold tribal and fort holdings without penalties. Can build temple, tribal, and fort holdings. Uses prestige to build tribal holdings. Can call tribal government vassals to arms instead of using liege levies. Do not get vassal tax from tribal government vassals. Tribal dynasties may grow decadent if the religion also allows it. Rulers can raid infidel neighbors for loot, and we will. That will be a big part of the early game. De jure law effects are ignored. Male rulers can take up to 3 concubines. Can move capital within the same lifetime every 600 months. What? Can reform to feudal, Icta, and merchant republic governments. Catholicism is one of the oldest branches of Christianity and the one that has the biggest impact on the history of Europe. The formal head of the religion is the Bishop of Rome, the Pope. Catholic bishops may pay tax to the Pope rather than their secular liege. Catholic rulers can set up anti-popes. The Pope can excommunicate, grant divorces, the invasion casus belli, claims on titles, and call for a crusade. Rulers can order adult unlanded courtiers to take the vows. There is always a pope, landed or not. And so hopefully, let's see if we have any good counselors. And no, not one for chancellor anyone. That's probably the most important one. So actually, I think first I'm going to find a wife. And to do that, I'm going to search for all the women, not in prison, not married, any ruler. Yes, within Diplo range, join court any in my religion group. Yes, an adult, make babies faster. And I think I'm going to save that as my slot 3, which is actually the 4th slot, don't know why. And I'm going to sort by that, but first I'm going to look for certain traits, and strong is good. But I don't know. Maybe I can. Nah, I think I'd rather have strong than someone from a great house. And strong, lustful woman. She's with stewardship, education no less. And I think I'm going to try to make her my wife. And hopefully that will resolve that. And lots of realm management to start off with. Next, I think I'm going to search all for men who are not in prison. Any marriage, not rulers. Yes, within Diplo range. Join court any, my religion group. Adult, yes. Great house, any. And I'm going to save this as slot 2. And I think I'm going to do something real quick, actually, before I do anything else. I'm going to borrow money from the Jews, just because it will make this part more bearable. And actually, not even bearable, just possible. So, I'm going to send this guy a gift, which I like that they've added the hand signal since last time I really played. In earnest, anyway. I have played in the past, like, since Reaper's Dude, but not a lot. So, next I'm going to do the same for a martial character, I think. If I can find any that's... And also for stewardship and intrigue, that's what that's called. And I did save that already, right? Yes, okay, cool. Alright, so no heir to dynasty. Council's getting taken care of. I'm going to hold off on grooming an heir. I will try to see the realm prosper, even though I think I fail it if I go to war. I'll turn the speed up a little bit. And I think I'm going to take the hunting focus. And with all that done, I'm going to increase the speed to 4 and start the game off. And that's our Chancellor. I'm going to actually do this in a different way, so that I don't make this guy mad. He's going to be a sucky, change council position. He's going to kind of suck as a court chaplain for now, but he'll die eventually, so we don't care. That's our steward. And our spy master. he doesn't like me, but I think I'm actually, yeah, I think I will put him in power, so. And we're now married, and I think I'm going to take, kind of low either way, I think I'm going to take the money, and then I'm going to start fabricating a claim on something. This is in my de jure duchy, but I think I'm actually going to try to fabricate on Connaught first and try to do the Duchy of Connaught. And there's a reason I'm doing that, and that is because if I do do things in a certain order, I won't lose land upon inheritance because it's like if I took this duchy and then formed the Kingdom of Ireland, it would I would lose that duchy title, and that's not going to do anything. But and hopefully everyone's in their place, and I think I'm going to turn the speed up, and we're not wounded. The old wound has finally healed, leaving a pretty grotesque scar behind. Ew. We're scarred now, so we'll get some prestige from that. Sure. Some guy requesting marriage. Is there anything we can do right now? Levee's being built. Building up. And with any luck, we'll fabricate a claim before the first video ends, but no promises on that. The claim system is random, so. And our spy master's gone. We'll see if he comes back to us, but I really think he's going to be probably. I doubt he's going to release him or anything. Actually, Broad, this guy. He's got the measles and he's in prison, so. Gonok smiles at you. My liege, I have noticed your mind seems to drift off whenever we discuss monetary issues. I believe that to make things interesting, one must be introduced to the subject where it is directly relevant to oneself. Perhaps you would like to join me tomorrow on a full day's work. Yeah, that would be interesting. Gonok starts the day off collecting taxes. Some people frown and complain when they give away their earnings. Gonok calmly explains why taxes are collected and manages to appease the complainers. Gain some gold and greedy. I think I'd rather be honest right now. Today, Gonok brings you to the nearest construction site to evaluate progress. Gonok notices that the builders are lagging behind the agreed schedule and proceeds to question them. The builders complain about the weather and want more pay to cover the delays. Gonok looks over your way, awaiting a response. We'll hold our end of the bargain, or deal when you hold yours. This one, I don't really want to become trusting because that might be a death sentence. Plots will fire against you more often. A friend has come to visit Gonok this evening. The three of you have a good time discussing your experiences over a fine evening meal. The visitor nods at you, saying, How lucky you are, Gonok, to have a liege that understands your work. This cooperation should benefit the both of you. It's been interesting, more so than other things I've tried. Lose arbitrary, gain just, and want stewardship. I think I'm going to go with that one because I don't want to lose diligent and become slothful. So, and I think I'm just going to make him my new spy master. That works, actually. Why not? Now, The reason why... the white stag. Lately you have heard persistent rumors from peasants and travelers in the wilds that a strange mythical beast has been sighted in your realm. It's a white stag, powerful and elusive. The common folk claim that it comes from another world, and that the hunter claims it will be imbued with divine power. Send people out to find it. Now, the reason why I took the... Good news, my lord. We have received credible reports of the recent sighting of the great white stag in your county of Thomond. That's how... or however you pronounce it. I'll saddle my horse. The reason I took the See the Realm Prosper event is because, or not event, ambition is because I can't guarantee that I'm going to fabricate a claim in the first 5 years, but hopefully that won't be the case. You have gathered your followers and your hunting dogs, you have saddled your horse and prepared your weapons. You are ready to set out to hunt the great white stag. You spend weeks in the wilderness searching for any trace of your prey, but are forced to return empty-handed. You are sure that no one's impressed by your failed adventure. It's my own fault. Lose 20 prestige, gain humble, and a little bit of martial. What does my chancellor have? Your wife, Chiefess Tanit Bew, has sent you a gift. It is a small puppy, but one of the finest pedigree and destined to grow into a great hunting dog. I will accept this gracious gift. And I'll name him Hunter. Why not? The rise of the Shia, the schism at the heart of Islam, dates back to its earliest days. The majority Sunnis have long persecuted the followers of Ali, the Shias, forcing them into hiding. The peasants of Ali look to his descendants for leadership, but they are forced to keep their ancestry secret. Now, though, the Shias are mobilizing their strength behind a boy whom they claim to be Ali's rightful heir and imam. Other Islamic jurists claim that the boy is clearly a fraud, but to his followers, he is the person they have been waiting for now. And now they flock to his banner. And where is this? Sultan of Africa. Fools fight amongst themselves. So they're fighting in Africa. Oh, that's surprising. Lombardy took Tunisia, which means I think the jihads can be triggered now. I might be wrong, but if I remember right, that's one of the qualifications. Your dog is growing quickly and is no longer a little puppy. He runs fast and has a keen nose, and your dog handlers praise his good character. Good dog. A murmur was heard through the realm when I judged the felon to death. It was a just sentence, if perhaps a bit harsh. He had it coming. A rumor about a spy sneaking around in my own castle was confirmed this morning, and when I caught him red-handed. I will... A year of 2 martial. I'll gain piety. And I think it looks like he has, the Chief of Connaught has some extra troops from an event, so I think I'm going to move my Chancellor to Brittany. I think I'm going to turn the speed down. I don't want to feel like I missed something. A Jewish exile fleeing persecution elsewhere in Europe has showed up at your court. His time spent abroad has gifted him with many connections, and by all accounts he is an able diplomat. He would make a fine chancellor. Yeah, I think I like my current one better, though, so I'll leave him. Actually, no. I think I can benefit more from this one. So I'm going to hopefully fabricate a claim on Brittany again. How much? What's his martial? 8. So my troop count should be higher than his. Yeah, about double. My courtiers fear me. They fear my outbursts of anger whenever they disobey and disappoint me, although they seldom do. Vicious, more martial, for 4 years. Okay, I'll take it. I think they got the same event. Somebody's trying to kill me. Yeah, imprison him. Oh, I was hoping that this game would start off quicker. What is the percentage chance for him to fabricate? 17.48? Wonder. Alright. There's no one who's supposedly better than... Upon the conclusion of a long council meeting, you decide to make a toast. Of course, one toast eventually becomes many, and time seems to slip away. Later, as you leave the council chamber, you stumble and fall on your face. You can feel the taste of blood in your mouth, and dizziness is setting in. 60% chance of no effect, 30% chance of wounded, 10% death. Help. Hopefully someone will hear me. Let's hope I don't die. Am I wounded? No. Okay, cool. I don't think I want to be in that situation again. The game could have just ended there for me. So I'm going to actually load up the other filter and look for some... Take concubine? No, they won't want me to take a concubine, but I will invite her to my court. No, geniuses. Quick and attractive. And I think she's in love with him, so attractive. Oops, not what I wanted to do. Yeah, sure. Send gift. Invite to court. I'm going to take them both as concubines. And I think I'd actually like to build a building here. I'm going to build the market village. Get some increased income, hopefully. And I'll take her as a concubine too. Hopefully that'll mean Chief Brian of Thomond has fulfilled the ambition to see the realm prosper. And now I'm going to take the Grim and Éire ambition. And hopefully that will make it, between the concubines and my wife, I will have a son that can carry on the family name. And with that, even though we didn't fabricate any claims, hopefully we will in the next episode. Until then,